Hi, good day everyone. So today we'll be doing January 2023, number 1. Right? The question says, by rounding off each number in the expression below, so we have to round off to one significant figure, estimate the value of. Right now, that means we have to round off 108 to one significant figure, 19.72 to one significant figure, 5.296 to one significant figure, then put it in there. Right now, in significant figures, we always start from not the last digit, but the first digit. So your first significant figure in 108 would be 1. This is your first, 0 is your 2, and 8 is your third, right? Because this had one significant figure, I'm going to draw a line after my first. You're going to look at the digit after your line is drawn up to see if it is 5 or more. It is not. So this is going to be 1. And a little bit different is everything after the line would be zeros. So we have 2 digits, so it's going to have 2 zeros. So 108 to one significant figure is 100. You put in 1 SF. Right? 19.2. 1 would be your first significant figure, 9 is your second, 7 is your third, 2 is your fourth. You're going to draw a line after your first significant figure. The number after the line is 9. That is more than 5, so you have to add 1 to that 1. So it would be now 2, and remember everything after the line is 0, so it'll be 20.00, and this is the one significant figure, right? Then 5.29, 5 is your first, 2 is your second, 3 is your third, 6 is your fourth. They said one significant figure, so a line is drawn after your first significant figure. You look at the digit after your line, that is 2, to see if it is 5 or more. It is less than 5, so it is going to be 5.000. If your digits after a decimal point is zeros, you don't need to put it, okay? So I could put 20.00 or 5.000. It's the same thing as saying just 20 and 5, right? And this is to one significant figure. So now let's see if we can do this question. This question will now become the square root of 100 divided by 20 plus 5. Right? The square root of 100 is 10 over 20 plus 5 is 25. Right? 5 could go into 10 2 times, 5 could go into 25 5 times. So your answer would be 2 over 5. That's how you would do this question. Let's do part 2. Find the exact value of 3 and 3/8 divided by open bracket 5 over 12 plus a third close bracket. Give your answer as a mixed number in its simplest form. Right. So when we have a combination of different operations, we always follow, we always follow BODMAS. Right now, BODMAS tells us the order in which to do it. So if we see brackets, in this case there are brackets, we have to do brackets first. So that would be 5 over 12 plus 1 over 3. Your denominators are different, so you have to find LCM. The LCM of 12 and 3, you do 2, right? 2 is the smallest prime number. You'll get 6 and 3, then you use 2 again, 3 and 3, then you use 3 here, 3 go into 3, 1, 3 go into 3, 1, 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12. So my LCM here is 12. And multiply the prime numbers outside here, yeah? Then your next step is to compare your denominator and your LCM. How many times can your denominator go in your LCM? 12 go into 12 once, so you multiply the numerator of that fraction by 1. 1 5 is 5. Plus 3 could go into 12 4 times, so you multiply the numerator of that fraction by 4. 5 plus 4 is equal to 9 over 12. What could go into 9 and what could go into 12? 3. 3 could go into 9. 3 times 3 could go into 12 4 times. So the answer here in the brackets is going to be 3/4. Right, so now it is 3 and 3 over 8 divided by 3 over 4. Now please note Guys, you cannot divide a mixed number as is. You need to convert it to a improper fraction. So let's go 3 and 3 over 8. 8 threes are 24. 24 plus 3 is 27. So it's going to be 27 over 8. Let's do that again, slower. You multiply your whole number by the denominator. 8 threes are 24, and then you add your numerator, right? 24 plus this 3 on top here is 27. That's how I got 27 over 8. So it's now 27 over 8 divided by 3 over 4. Now, when you're dividing fractions, that division sign turns to a multiplication, and the fraction after your division sign flips. So instead of 3 over 4, we put 4 over 3. We call that reciprocal, right? You can use reciprocal or flips. I like to use the word flip, right? Then when we are multiplying fractions, always compare your numerators and denominators. Can any number go into 27 and 8 at the same time? No. What about 27 and 3? Yes, 3 could go into 3 1, 3 could go into 27 9 times. What about 9 and 8? Any number could go into 9 and 8 at the same time? No. What about 4 and 8? Yes, 4 could go into 4 1, 4 could go into 8 2. So the answer you're going to get is 9 over 2, but they ask you to give your answer as a mixed number. How many times can 2 go into 9? 2 could go into 9 4 times. Your remainder is 1. So this would be 4 to the, yeah. So it would be 4, your remainder is in numerator, denominator stays the same, so the answer would be 4.5. Alright, now if you are to use this in your calculator, put the brackets as it is. There is this ABC button. You're going to put 3, ABC is over 3 over 8 divided by, open bracket, 5 over 12 plus 1 over 3, close bracket. Make sure to close your brackets. Let's see if we get the same answer. That's 3 and 3 over 8 divided by, open bracket, 5 over 12 plus 1 over 3, close bracket. I do get 4, 1, 2, which is 4.5. And that would be your answer for this question. Part B. Due to COVID-19 pandemic, the number of available seats in the hall was reduced from 125 to 93. Calculate the percentage decrease in the number of available seats. First off, let's find out the number of seats it decreased by. All right. This would be 125 minus 93. All right, you put 125 minus 93. You are going to get the number of seats it decreased was 32 seats was decreased. Right? We want to know what percentage is 32. So we're going to do the if, then, and therefore method. If, then, therefore. Then we are going to have, in the if, then, and therefore, there's your left-hand side and your right-hand side. Your right-hand side is what we're trying to find out. We're trying to find out percentage, so your right-hand side is going to be percent. Everything in your right-hand side is percentage. Right? Now, we know, right, this is what we're supposed to know, the original number of seats would be how much percent? Before any increase or decrease in seats, 125 seats is going to be 100%. Remember, that is always your original. Before increase or decrease, it is always 100%. All right, and in your if, then, and therefore, the next line is to find for 1. Now, to find for 1, it is your right-hand side divided by your left-hand side in your if line. So what is on your right-hand side in your if line? 100. And what is on your left-hand side in the if line? 125. So therefore, 1 is going to be 100 divided by 125. You can put this in your calculator. I wouldn't reduce it just yet. I would leave it like that. And how much seats we're trying to find a percentage for? We're trying to find the 32 seats. So 32 seats, if we know 1 is 100 over 125, then if 1 seat is 100 over 125%. Therefore, 32 seats would be 100 over 125 multiplied by 32 over 1. 25 could go into 100 4 times. 25 could go into 125 5 times, right? Right, so when we put this in our calculator, 4 over 5 multiplied by 32, right, you are going to get 4 over 5 multiplied by 32 is going to be equal to 25 and 3 over 5%. So this is how much percent the seats decrease by, and that is how you would do this question. Again, not 23, it is 25 and 3/5. Right? 25 and 3/5 would be the answer when you multiply. Right? And that is how you would do part B. Now, part C says Mika invests a certain amount of money in the bank that pays compound interest at a rate of 2.5%. So let's write that down one time. Your rate is equals to 2.5%. At the end of 2 years, so number of years or time is equals to 2. I should put time, right? T/n, which is number of years, is 2 years, right? The value of an investment, right? So first off, Mika invests a certain amount of money. Your principal is the amount invested, right? In this case, amount invested. We don't know what is the amount, right? The value of investment, the value is also known as the amount, right? As the total amount after n years. So your value of your investment is 7564.50. Now, we're just going to put everything we see here in the formula. They gave us the formula. They said compound interest amount is principal, open bracket, 1 plus r over 100 to the power of n, where a is the total amount after n years. We know that is $7,564.50. We know what is the rate, which is r, that is 2.5. We know n, which is the number of years, that is 2, right? We don't know principal. So basically, they're asking you, what is principal, right? So your amount, we just put in that's A is equal to P open bracket 1 plus R over 100 to the power of n. So that's 7564.50 is equal to P. We don't know what P is. Open bracket 1 plus 2.5 over 100 close bracket to the power of 2. Now, when we see this, we're trying to make P the subject. So we're going to carry across this entire thing, and the relationship between P and that last value, this bracket, is multiplication. So if you carry across multiplication over an equal sign, the opposite of multiplication would be division. So we'll get 756, hold on, let me erase this. 7564.50 all divided by 1 open bracket 1 plus 2.5 over 100 to the power of 2. This is equal to P. In your calculator, what you're going to put is 7564.50 divided by open bracket 1 plus 2.5 over, which is the ABC button, 100, close bracket, to the power of 2, which is the YX button, or it has X2, both of them is squared, right? And that is equals to P. Let's do it. 7564.5 divided by open bracket 1 plus 2.5 over 100, close bracket, squared. And when you put that, you're going to get an answer of 7,200 or 7,200. So your principal, or the amount invested, is now 7,200. And that is how you would do this question. Right? And I think, yes, that is the end of January 2023, number 1.